Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. If you want to watch me live stream every single day in my Discord, I strongly recommend clicking the WAP link in the description below. I usually live stream the morning session indexes only, and I'll review some Forex. I've been reviewing Euro USD a decent amount, so yeah, click the link in the description below. Prices will probably be raised in December, so yeah. And then the other thing is, if you want to get a futures account like on a prop form really cheap, click the Apex link in the description below. I don't know if there's a discount right now. I think the 90% sale just ended, but if you're interested in that, go click that link. Again, really good for practice. All right, so this video I'm gonna be going over how I've done kind of a video on this before, but how to identify a trend day, and I'm gonna be talking about an ICT gem I kind of picked up, and how like to enter in a trend day. Okay, and I'm just gonna use today as an example. So on a day like today, I expected a trend day for a couple reasons. You can't be losing track of the higher time frame. If you understand what the order block is, this is gonna make sense. So basically, what we've seen all week was like we've seen this inversion, and then we've seen this inversion, and we have not seen a red day until yesterday. Well, what does this mean? This means we're in a buy program, okay, when we don't get any of these retracements, which means the first fair value gap we retraced to should work. So yesterday we kind of retraced into this, and I know half of you probably think, oh, it's an inverse, but it's not really a convincing close. Okay, we barely close under. I don't really like that. And it's a buy program, and the weekly objective was here, so we had to hit this by the end of the week, which is Friday. Now, being that this is a red candle, what could you have anticipated? You could have anticipated this to become an order block today, meaning today would be a trend day. And another thing you're going to learn from screen time is when the trend day conditions are correct, we usually get them on Friday. So if you take all those three into account, okay, this is not saying this is going to happen next Friday, but this tends to happen Friday when you get trend day conditions. And because of the buy program, we don't expect a retracement in here, okay? We expect it to the most recent fair value gap, and then for us to bounce off that and go to these highs. All right. Now, again, pretty interesting price action today. How are you supposed to enter in a day like today? Okay. Well, what I do is I literally just look for any down movement, and any bearish fair value gap created. And then whenever that bearish fair value gap's broken, I just enter. So I'll show you a couple different examples. So knowing it's a bullish trend day, as soon as the market opens at 9:30, I'm literally waiting for any down move, and then for a bearish fair value gap to be broken. And the 1 minute can be a little messy. If you want to have a higher win rate, probably would do it on the 5. But the 1 minute, you can see there's a couple instances, but in this one right here, how I teach my inversion model, you can't really long that because we hit this high. Okay, so there's not really anything valid there. This is the only one that was valid in my opinion. This wasn't even valid either, because you can see once we broke this one, look, we already took out the internal high as well. So I don't really think any of these were valid. Um, and yeah, this wasn't valid because we hit this high, then came back down. It only would have been valid if we closed above, didn't hit the high, and then you would have gotten in, and obviously you would have taken it to the high or got south the break even. So there wasn't really anything valid on the 5 minute, but if you look at, or in the 1 minute, if you look at the 5 minute, all right, all you're looking for, like I said, is any bearish fair value gap for that to get broken. And you can clearly see here, okay, this is the first example in which I alerted this on my Twitter, and I alerted this on my Discord. Okay, and I did alert this for free on my Twitter, so make sure you're following that. Now you can see once we close above, okay, you know, okay, now I'm gonna be able to hop in the trend. Once we close above, that's your entry, and then your stop loss would be if we close back up under, because if price is good and price is logical, we should not close back under this bearish fair value gap we broke. Okay, and you could do one or two things. You could target the next high if you're a scalper. So like, for example, here. But if you have a strong confidence about the higher time frame, for example, today we saw that, okay, this is probably going to be a daily order block. We're in Friday, trend day conditions. This is a day where I definitely try to hold to the next daily high, which you can see is right here. Okay, now if we inverse this daily fair value gap, which it looks like we're going to, but not confirmed yet, then where are we likely to go? We're likely to go to this high up here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, If we go back to the 5-minute, okay, we saw the next high was up there. So maybe instead of scalping, you could scalp half, and then you could try to hold a runner till up here because it goes along with a higher time frame bias. Okay, I know some scalpers don't really look at the higher time frame bias and don't need it. They just take off at the recent high or recent low or whatever it is. But this is an example where we had not hit that weekly objective. It's Friday. We should hit it by that Friday. We have trend day conditions, okay? And that's really a good idea to hold, okay? Now, if you go back in the 1 minute and go up to here, look, what do you look for again? We look for a bearish fair value gap going down, which you can see this one is a bearish fair value going down. And then when that's broken again, you can try long. You can see we get a down move, bearish fair value gap, wasn't broken, down, 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 bearish fair value gap, wasn't broken, down and down, and then finally that's broken. That would be your entry point, and we're delivering from this 1 minute fair value gap, and that's your entry point, right? Let's say you missed the long down here. Okay, let's say you missed this 5 minute long. You could re-enter here and literally just bring it up to this higher here. Okay, so that's like if you missed an entry, and if you do miss an entry, you'll probably have to go to the 1 minute to get back in. And like all I do is if I'm in here, I'm placing my trailing stop like below an OB, below a fair value gap. So you can see we created a textbook fair value gap here. I would just trail my stop beneath that because ideally, if I'm right about the bias being bullish here, should we retrace beneath this? No. If price action sloppy, we might, but this was honestly pretty good price action, so I wouldn't really expect it. And I would want this high to be taken out. Okay, so very fun day. As I always say, once the weekly objectives hit, I would be done. Okay, I don't even care that we got this move up here. I'm done. It doesn't really matter to me. The only other play that, I mean, wasn't terrible was, I guess, this BPR short. Okay, and it took us down to this internal liquidity, so that would have been a nice scalp. But other than that, look, we trend day, we break a bearish fair value gap here. Look what happens. We just keep continuing going up to the next high. Okay. Same thing with like this. Look, we break this, we go up to the next high. Then we fall back down again. This one, we go up to the next high, and then we just keep going higher. So you can see every time these bearish fair value gaps break, we pump 10, 20 points higher, and that's how you're going to be able to enter in a trend day. Okay, same thing with like this right here. We have a bearish fair value gap here. Okay, break that. What happens? You go higher. And these are going to be the only way you're going to be able to hop in the trend if you're not already in. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is more of a rare occurrence that you're going to need to know stuff like this, but when it does happen on a day like today, it will make you a lot of money. That's why you need to know it, okay? So again, it's not a video to forget about. So let me know if you have any questions. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.